to a Toronto-based law firm which has been hired on behalf of the Hindu Forum of Canada and has called upon law enforcement authorities to conduct necessary investigations and take appropriate action against Khalistani terrorist Gurpant Pannu after his threat to blow up Air India flights. The organization urged authorities to conduct necessary investigations and take steps to classify Pannu as a criminal inciting violence and hate speech. This development, of course, comes after Pannu threatened to not only target the World Cup finals, but to attack an Air India flight on November the 19th. This is not the first time he's made such wild allegations. The matter has been taken up very seriously by the Indian diplomatic establishment with their Canadian counterparts. However, we are yet to see any action taken by the Canadians on this count. I want you to think about it. If somebody in India who happened to be, let's say, a Quebec separatist, was threatening to bomb and destroy Canadian Airlines aircraft, we would be expected to take the matter very seriously. We don't know where this man is. Last seen was, of course, in Surrey, in Canada. So no great shock if he happens to still be in Canada. But let's face it, the Canadian establishment under Justin Trudeau is more than happy to host would-be terrorists, just like his father was more than happy to do nothing about the Khalistani bombers, and they killed 329, mostly Canadians. That being the irony of both nepotism in politics and fate as it happens. We let people who know the track record of Pannu and what they've been up to make a judgment call on what is been happening. Let me quickly get in a perspective on this to get us a brief to put the two bits together. Now, the development which we are reporting is that a Canadian organization representing Canadian Hindus has now hired a preeminent law firm in Canada to go to court. They are saying that if the government is not taking action, they are asking the court to order the government to take action against a person who is inciting violence and is making a hate speech. Colonel Sheridan Singh joining us on the broadcast for a quick thought on this. Colonel Singh, you'd think that this is a but obvious thing, that this should not require Trudeau's administration to be taken to court to order action, but it seems it's probably still going to be difficult, and Pannu is being given hospitality in Canada for all we know.
You see, since very long, Canadian government, even Trudeau's father, was supporting these separatist elements of India there. So this government, present government, is highly in favor of these people, these separatists, who are hiding in Canada, and at the same time, Pakistan ISI is also supporting these elements there. In circumstance, the Hindu who are living in Canada, they are finding their life to be difficult because they sort of being threatened every day by these elements. They have to go to court, that court direct the Canadian government to do the justice to these people.
Colonel Sheridan Singh, if there was an individual on Canadian soil right now who was threatening to massacre Jews or Palestinian Muslims, would you think action would be taken, or would you think the Canadians would call it free speech?
You see, in that case, they would have taken action by now because Jews, the Western countries would have put pressure by the Canadian government, and if there was a Muslim, then there would have been a lot of pressure from other Muslim countries. But since India, Hindus are basically belonging to India, that's why they're taking it quietly, and they're trying to show that they will not side with Hindus.
Okay, now I'm assuming that Canadian intelligence and Five Eyes intelligence and all the authorities have a case file on what Pannu is and who he does. It's not a surprise to him. So then the failure to take action, sir, is not because of ignorance. They know exactly what he's doing, what he's up to, who he is and what he intends to do, who his links are. They're choosing not to do it. Now that means either providing hearth and home or providing active support. In which case, sir, how is this different from proxy war?
You see, this is exactly a proxy war because this war is being fought with the help of ISI of Pakistan. has funded, it has come in limelight that ISI has funded the elements in Canada. And even in Niger case, Canadian government was trying to blame Indian government to create bad feeling for India in the international community. So this is exactly a proxy war. Proxy war is not for, in the proxy war is not fought directly one-to-one. It is fought through these kind of propaganda means, through try to sort of indirectly suppress the elements of who are having this thing. So this is exactly a proxy war, and which Canada is fighting for Pakistan.
Colonel Singh, what would your advice be to people from India, whether they be Sikhs or Hindus or Punjabis or otherwise of any ethnicity or any faith, who look at Canada as a migration option? What would you advise them? What is the risk they run by heading off to Canada?
You see, at present, I will advise all those people who are planning to migrate to Canada or try to settle in Canada to have second thought, because in Canada, the atmosphere is totally vitiated by these kind of elements. So they will not find a peace in Canada. They may plan for any other country, but not to Canada at this time.
Yeah, there are options available. Singapore, Australia, the US, the UK is offering visas more easily. Yeah, I would recommend France. There pretty much any country in the world would be a better bet right now to either study in or to think of permanent residency. The Canadians are trying very hard to get you there. But remember, once you go there, if you happen to be Sikh, you're going to be stuck with the likes of Pannu. And I'm telling you, Indian Sikhs don't want this, okay? Many of whom would already have family in Canada. They don't want all of this nonsense to be dealing with. They're generally economic migrants. They want to be truck drivers, and they want to run shops and own hotels and own their own home. People who go and study there don't want to get beaten up on the streets just because they happen to be in India and Indian and don't support the Khalistanis. So it's a risky proposition, and the Canadian government is not doing anything about it. They are letting this happen. They let it happen 40 years ago, and 329 people were killed in the worst terror attack in the world till 9/11. And that was Justin Trudeau's father who sat and oversaw that. They punished no one for it. One person was convicted and then let off, and he's currently walking around a free person in Canada as we speak. So it's a consideration now for all people who want to. Do you want to go into this quagmire and live in these places with these people who are perpetuating hate against your own family members, kith and kin back home, who want to blow up aircraft belonging to Air India, as they have done in the past? It's a thought process. Colonel Singh, thank you very much for your quick thoughts on this matter.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.